Hi, my name is Amy Boyd, and yes, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, but I am also the author of Like a Tree Planted by the Water, Taking Root as Life Happens. Welcome to our devotions for today. Today's focus is Our focus for today is wait. Yep, wait. Waiting is uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable because we don't know what's going on. Like you watching the video and wondering, why is she taking so long? Figuring out that I probably was making some point, but what exactly was the point? And hey, I got things to do. How long is it going to take her to make the point? The fact is, we don't like to wait. If you have your Bible with you, will you go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 21? I'm going to read verse 29, the New Living Translation. The wicked bluff their way through, but the virtuous think before they act. We live in a world that moves fast. We really don't have to wait for anything. We don't have to wait to eat. We can put something in the microwave, or we can go and get fast food. We don't have to wait for a conversation. We can send a text to someone. They can text us back. We can FaceTime. We don't even have to wait for information. Everything's at our fingertips. We can do a Google search or any type of search and get information. But there's something to be said in learning how to wait. In order to be virtuous or upright, we have to learn to wait on God. Before making decisions, we have to learn to consult God. And why don't we want to do that? Because going to God and waiting to hear from God requires that we give up control. Control that we don't have anyway, but we think we do. So we have to give up that control. We have to submit in order to wait well. God will give us little pieces of something, and we get that and we want to run with it. We don't want to wait for him to reveal the whole thing. I feel that way right now myself. I feel that God has told me something that he's going to do for me, but it's been taking a long time for it to come through. And I continue to be obedient and do what he calls me to do, and I still don't have my answer yet. I've even said, well, if I heard you wrong, Lord, then tell me that. Let me know that, because then I can just keep on doing what I'm doing. And he didn't give me an answer to that, but he showed me that I needed to be faithful to my present assignment. He didn't say I heard right. He didn't say I heard wrong. He didn't say just a little bit longer. He told me to be faithful where I am. It's scary to give up control. One of the things that keeps me going is knowing the God I serve. I know that I can trust him and lean not to my own understanding, even though I do, but I know I can trust in him. I know that he'll never leave me nor forsake me, because he's proven himself to me over and over and over again. I know he has told me he knows the plans that he has for me, and they're for my good. It's not for any disaster. It's to give me a hope for the future. And I trust God in that, because he's not a man that he should lie. He created this whole big world, so surely I can trust him. Another thing to think about with waiting, and how we don't like to give up that control, and how it's uncomfortable and it's flustering and it's frustrating. Think back to the last time that you rushed into something. Doesn't even have to be anything big, but think back to a time where you didn't have all the information that you needed. You didn't consult God. Maybe he gave you a little bit, but you ran with it and you did your own thing. How did that work out for you? I know how it's worked out for me when I make my own decisions. When I go and I work at my own speed and at my own pace and have my own plan, it's not worked out very well. So that's why I thank God for reminders in his word. And I'll read it again. The wicked bluff their way through. In other words, they pretend like they know what they're doing, but they don't have a clue. But the virtuous think before they act. And if I think with the mind of Christ, I can't go wrong. Have a blessed day. Stay rooted and wait well.